My people, there is fire on the mountain for ADC, and there is a possibility that with the way things are going, Peter Obi might not be able to run under the ADC, because right now they've actually filed a lawsuit against ADC that will have to actually need to wait till on the 20th of March to actually know probably the money that they've actually wasted on banner, restructuring and everything will go down the drain, or they will still have to continue with the ADC. So let me just explain what the problem is. So, a federal high court in Abuja actually fixed February 24 to begin hearing a lawsuit. And this particular lawsuit seeks to force INEC to deregister some political parties in Nigeria. So there are currently some political parties in which ADC is part of. The reason why they're actually even doing this is because of ADC. And the case was filed by the National Forum of Former Legislators, the NFFL. And the lawsuit is officially marked FHC ABJCS 23725. And both INEC and the Attorney General of the Federation were listed as defendants in this case. And the case is being handled by Justice Peter Lifu. And the main party targeted is the African Democratic Congress, number one, which is the ADC. And other parties mentioned include Accord Party, Zenith Labour Party, and Action Alliance. And so what exactly is the problem that we are looking at here? Why was the lawsuit filed? The plaintiff, meaning that the parties involved, claimed that these parties failed to meet the constitutional electoral performance requirement, and that the Nigerian law requires political parties to achieve minimum electoral results to remain registered. Meaning that if these people actually want to make use of this party, before now, they must have this minimum electoral results requirement. And if they don't have it, their party is supposed to be registered. And the affected parties allegedly failed to win any elective seat at any level since their registration. Meaning that ever since they actually started this particular party, they've not been able to meet that kind of level. I don't know if you understand what we are trying to say here. So it's like you starting a party, and now there's a requirement to be able to make use of a party on a general election. But if on a formal years you've not been able to meet that specified range of requirement, you can be disqualified. And so they also allegedly did not secure 25% of votes in at least one state during the presidential election. That means that they don't have any state that there was a particular place that they just won at least just 25%. They don't even need to win any place in the 36 states of the federation. They don't actually need to win everywhere as it comprises, but at least win 25 in one state. But ADC currently did not have anything like that. And I feel like as people of the ADC, these are the kind of thing that you should have actually thought about before choosing ADC party as the party that everybody actually wants to run to. I feel like all of these things should have been put in place. That if we're actually choosing this party, there should be lawyers who should have advised them that you guys will have to fight this thing in court too. Because this particular party in question, over how many years now that the party has actually been in existence, they've not actually had any 25% under any presidential election in any state. In any state. And the lawsuit accused INEC of failing to enforce this constitutional requirement. And so they are now talking about the fact that INEC failed woefully in enforcing this part of the law. That they were supposed to have actually made mention of this immediately they started even talking about ADC in the first place. But many people actually know why they are doing this. Because before now, parties have like Accord have already been able to do these things, but ever since they started this particular law, they should have been told. But INEC also failed in that aspect. The plaintiff also argued that allowing such parties to continue operating may confuse voters and overcrowd the ballot paper. And so, taking a look at the legal requirements for political parties, to remain registered, parties must achieve at least one of the following. Number one, secure 25% of votes in at least one state in a presidential election, or win a local government area in a governorship election, or win at least one elective seat from the councillorship to the National Assembly. So look at this small requirement. At least you must win at least one from the presidential, from the governorship, or from the National Assembly. But you didn't win any. So the legal argument is based on the section 225A of the 1999 Constitution as amended, and it also relies on the section 75(4) of the Electoral Act 2022. And so the plaintiff argues that this provision requires INEC to enforce electoral performance benchmark. And also, they claim that INEC continued recognizing the party despite their alleged failure to meet the legal threshold. And what does the plaintiff want? The plaintiff have asked the court to order INEC to deregister the affected political parties, which is actually going to be very, very crazy. Everybody knows why they are doing this. They know that if they can actually break ADC, before they think of actually joining another party, they've wasted a lot already. Also, they want to prevent INEC from recognizing their political activities, including congresses and primaries. Also, stop them from participating in the 2027 general election unless they meet the constitutional requirement. Also, that they enforce electoral law to ensure and strengthen the democracy and uphold the rule of law. And right now, March 24, they will decide on the next step on this case. And they are going to determine whether the case will proceed towards deregistering the parties. So if the court agrees with the plaintiff, INEC will be ordered to actually deregister this particular party. And so many people are already making conclusion that, oh, they actually want to still destroy ADC, this and that we know what they are doing. And not the first time that this is actually happening. But because everybody actually rushed to the ADC, they still want to find a way to actually scatter them from the ADC. That is what many people are actually saying. So what do you actually think about it? Do you actually think that they are just following the rule of law as it's supposed to be? Or is because ADC is now involved and because ADC it was not popular before these people said they were going to join? And let me know what you think in the comment section. Do well to click the subscribe button. Do well to like this video. Do well to share this video. And don't forget to subscribe. I post video on YouTube every day. So go right now. Go and check out the next video every day. So see you in the next. Love you all.